it's Sherry, and it's Saturday, and today we have a treat. I have a special guest talking about dresses and how to wear them if you are a curvy or full-figured gal. My guest is LaToya Bell. You are so going to love her. She is fun and she's fabulous, and she knows a lot about dresses for the curvy girl figure. And I want to first, before we jump in, I want you to take a look at her modeling some of her dresses. Isn't she fabulous? Well, now you're going to get to meet her so we can walk through why she chose those particular dresses. I am thrilled to welcome you to my channel, LaToya. Oh my goodness, your dresses were fabulous. And I'm so excited for my audience to get to know you. So LaToya, well, first of all, let me tell the audience that LaToya went through my Christian Image Consultant Academy a couple of years ago, and she has a thriving business and is really working with the branding of women, female businesses. Is that right? Tell us a little bit more about that, what you do.
Sure. So thank you for having me, Sherry. Yeah. It's so cool to be here. And gosh, can you believe it's almost 4 years. It's 2016.
Whoa.
And I have so enjoyed the ride and the process of learning more about style, learning more about inside out image and how to really bring that out with some really strategic ways of teaching women about how to dress. And so for me, yeah, I am currently image, strategy, and leadership coach. So that means we talk about a strategic approach to your image where it's not just about, what to wear, but why are you wearing it? Where are you going in what you're wearing? And making sure that your vision of who you are and the vision of how you want to show up in the world, that they match. So it's just a little bit different twist on it, but still some of the same components, along with my background in strategic planning and continuous improvement and project management. So I bring that all in and we talk about strategy for your image.
Oh, I love it. Sounds like another YouTube video down the road.
Uh-huh.
I might have to have you back. So, oh my goodness. Well, today we are talking about dresses for the curvy girl figure. And you are so gracious to come on and be with us. And audience, y'all know, if you've been watching my videos for a while, you know that there's always a cat that shows up. So if you hear her in the background, I have two, and so just know that's how we roll around here. But sometimes you see them and sometimes you only hear them. So, LaToya, I don't know if you've ever heard my cats before, but that's kind of just what happens. But you all saw the modeling that beautiful LaToya did when I introed the video. So you saw that she had on 4 different dresses. And one was a maxi, one was a midi, one was knee length, and one was a shorter dress over leggings. So we're going to talk about each one and why you picked those, but also how we are going to do this today, just for you who are watching from home, is that I want you to know that we're going to talk about 4 strategic areas on a curvy girl's body that we're going to address. And that's the bust, the arms, the waist, and the legs. And then we're also going to get into accessories. But one of the things that I noticed, LaToya, when I was watching the video, is that all of the dresses had one thing in common. And that is that you brought in the attention right under the bust line, but above the waist, more to be a feature of like an empire waist or empire that some people say. When I took history of costume in my fashion merchandising degree, it was empire. My history of costume professor made sure that we knew how to say that word, so it's ingrained in my head. But I saw that you had everything. It was just right under the bust. All right, so first, let's talk about the curvy girl figure. Where is the majority of the weight that a curvy girl gains?
Honestly, I think it can be all over. I think I always say everybody's curvy in different places. And so for most, there's probably a challenge with the tummy, but if they've also got fuller bust and hips, then it's kind of like it's everywhere. And so I still, when I work with my clients who are curvier or plus size, we still talk about where's their main area that they want to enhance, and where is the area that they want to avoid. So I say there's curves everywhere, but depending on where they want to enhance or minimize, then we focus on that. Because some, they still have more of an hourglass. I'll tell them you could be a small hourglass or big hourglass, but you're still an hourglass. So let's talk about that. I think I got that from you. Um, and some have a fuller bottom, and they've got, like, I know ladies who are like a 26, 28 on the bottom, and they are literally a 14, 16 on top. So we're still going to dress them according to that, where they may still have a fuller top, but not as full as the bottom. I mean, there's literally like a whole size range between the two. And then for those ladies in particular, dresses are really tough because they do have, like, a dress fits one size, right? And so figuring that out is always just the process for them, and we may come up with something different for them, or we really play up the waist, and then figure out ways to minimize the bottom so that it looks more balanced, or do more embellishments up top. So those are the different types of things where I think the middle is always going to be a challenge, if not a very full chest. And then depending on how they feel about their arms and or their legs, we'll deal with that too. So that's
All right.
different
So
approach.
let's talk about each of the areas, but I want to address first the belly because it's not one of our areas, but we're going to address that first. So would you say that most curvy girls who are full-figured gals, and what size, first of all, when you say curvy, what size are we talking about?
So for me, curvy is going to start at like a 12. Is where I've seen a lot of my ones who have, like, they feel like they have fuller something, right? So usually about a 12, and then all the way up the range, so that's where I would say 12s can typically go to a lot of different stores and have a lot more choices, but it's always going to be about the cut for them versus some of the smaller sizes where they may or may not have as many challenges. They just need to pay attention to their shape.
Perfect. So the top size, is there a top size? Like, not a top size, but like from a 12 to what would be a range?
I think the top of the plus size typically goes to about a 26, 28 is what the standard plus size is. I know that some stores serve up to a size 32. I haven't had as many clients in that range, but that range is part of it too.
Okay, awesome. All right, so let's do this. We're going to start from top down, and we're going to start with the bust. You told me, is it okay to say your bra size?
I don't care.
Okay, you told me that you have a G cup.
Yes.
Okay, so how do you address, we're coming into summer and we're thinking about wearing dresses for summer, what do you do with a G cup?
V's. So even like with this, a V neck, like even with this, which is a rounded top, I still made a V with this necklace, right? So I'm still making a V because a lot of ladies don't realize that the higher the neck, the fuller your chest looks. And so that's the first thing I start with, is create a V with a necklace, a scarf. If you're going to wear something that is actually a V-neck, just watch what you're revealing, So a good bra with some support, with a back smoother. I always love my back smoother bras, especially in the summertime, because they just, as I call it, the giblets in the back, keep them smooth. So, so I think those are some things I think about with a fuller chest, is that you got to have the support. Don't cheese out on your bras, ladies. Just don't. Like, that's a place you want to invest, and you want to have more than one so they can relax and rest. And it's going to seem like an investment up front, but as someone who is a professional bra fitter as well, I've heard and have told people that you need a new bra fitting every 6 months. Just like you go get your teeth cleaned, just go from the dentist to your nearest bra fitting professional and get your bra size checked. So if you've not had a bra fitting in 6 months, then it's time for a bra fitting. I promise you, because I didn't know I was a G cup because I was still wearing triple D's, but having problems. So my girlfriends at the store that I worked at, they're like, girlfriend, there's no way you're a triple D. Come on, let us measure you. So they got me out of denial, triple D denial, denial, and got me into the right size. And I was so much happier, and things are more, I'm more confident. They look better, you know, and and then knowing which type of bra, because there's different types of bras depending on what you're wearing. So I could go on and on and on about bra fits, but the main thing is make sure whatever you're wearing, that the bra is right for the job that you're trying to do. And that's the fabric, the cut, you know, the occasion, making sure that you have a great bra that can do those things, and more than one bra.
Okay. And here's the thing, because it's summertime, if you're just wearing one bra, ladies, the problem is if you're going to wear a dress that is a little flimsier on top, it's got skinnier straps, you can't just do one bra. So would you say that a halter type bra, a strapless bra, what do they need to have in their bra wardrobe?
Sure. So, yeah, so a strapless for sure. There are some brands that have like a strapless that has straps where you can adjust them. And then being able to, so that's a good one, a strapless that has multi-way. So you can make a halter, you could do a crisscross. There are others out there that are like balconettes, so like a half demi cup. So that's going to give you a little more flexibility in your neckline. I recommend like a full coverage if you're going to be doing something with a little, like full coverage usually means covering most of your breasts. So if you have something higher, full coverage works well, but otherwise that demi cup is really good. Sports bras, you know, they're for sports, so use them accordingly. And I think there's nothing wrong with a good wireless. There's some brands that have like gel wires, so gel underwires, so you're not actually getting, some people the wire's really uncomfortable or prohibitive. So there's ones that have like a gel underwire to them, so you're still getting some support and some lift. But especially if you're in like the high D's and up, you know, you definitely want a wire. I don't know how you don't do a wire and still feel confident with whatever dresses you're wearing. So and then, like I said, a back smoother. There's lots of different ones out there that have back smoothers. You don't really need, people would ask me for minimizers. Those are not necessarily, I don't know, I haven't seen a lot of them. I think they were really popular like in the 80s and 90s. I haven't seen them, at least in the places I've been, but not as much. I think there's just a lot of really good cuts out there that you can do without feeling like you need to minimize and smash what you've got. It's more about shaping what you have in a way that's natural, but also very supportive. So
where would you direct somebody if somebody is sitting here watching and they're thinking, you know what, I don't even know where to start to go look for a good bra? Where would you recommend they start?
Nationally, there's Lane Bryant. Lane Bryant Associates are trained in how to measure. So, and they even have master fitters. So if you go in there and ask for the master fitter, they'll help you out. Some other stores, they may go up to like a G or so, but you know, there's like, I don't know if these are local or national. There's Soma, is one of them. They do really good fittings, and there's different guides online on how to measure yourself and figure out your size. It'll get you close. So if you can't get to a store, you could always like look up how to measure a bra, because there's 2 measurements you need. And being able to do that on your own, like have somebody help you with it and then figure out where you need to go, kind of ballpark. But you know, those are some, I would say those 2 stores I know for sure, Lane Bryant and Soma. I know Victoria's Secret does too, but I think they stop at a 38. And we've had to remeasure. This is not to slam them, but we've had to remeasure a lot of Victoria's Secret ladies because they were on the border. And so when we remeasured them, they actually were more of a Lane Bryant size. And actually Lane Bryant has a wide range. This is also not a picture of Lane Bryant. I don't work for them anymore. So, but they actually have a wide range of sizes from like a 36 band all the way up to like a IJK cup. So
okay, so Lane Bryant or Soma, probably 2 really good places to start with. If you have a fuller bust, and Soma has all sizes as well, but that's awesome. Okay, so moving down, we're going to go to the waist. And so the waist is not something a typical curvy girl has, but we want to
Mm-hmm.
create a waist. We want to bring the
Mm-hmm.
eye to the center of the body. And
Mm-hmm.
that's why you have the empire waist on. And so I
Yes.
noticed in a couple of your dresses, in several of them, the empire was just straight around the middle. It was almost like a band, especially on that maxi dress. It went right around the middle. Beautiful. And then on the, I think it was the knee length, it was more of a crossover.
Yeah.
And so it created. So talk to me about that.
I believe in creating a waistline somewhere along your midsection, along wherever that smallest part is. I often found in dressing rooms when I was working with ladies that they would put it right on their natural waist where their belly button is, and they go, "Oh, this looks terrible." Well, if you elevate it, so it's just that little trick of bringing it up higher. And yes, you can wear belts. You notice in the short one I have on a rather thick belt, I think of it as like external Spanx. So it kind of brings a little bit in. But then also being able to just pay attention to where the waistline hits. And if you're someone who definitely has concerns about your midsection, then being able to understand where that line is hitting is really important. If you find that line isn't hitting in a good spot, we may want to try a different type of dress, one that maybe is more A-line and floats away from the body. Those are challenging for me, my body type, just because of the float away can look a little frumpy on me. So, but for some people, that's a better answer than trying to make the waistline. So, and they probably have really nice legs. And if the middle is your real challenge and you're really worried about that waistline and where it hits, then I recommend just going with like an A-line that floats and let your legs do the talking. So
I love that. That's so great. A little wedge heel and
yeah,
beautiful.
yeah,
I love it.
yeah.
I love it. Okay, so let's talk about the arms, because
Yeah.
I have heard from, well, I don't know, 9 out of 10 women, I don't want to show my arms. I don't want to wear a sleeveless dress. I don't want to. Okay, so let's address that.
Yeah, let's. So I'm someone who has very large arms, proportionately speaking. My arms are really wide and full and heavy. And for me, I just got hot. I was tired of fighting it. And so for me, it was a matter of learning which straps and which cuts work best for my arms, because I got the little extra underneath the arm, I got the little extra in the back. And so it wasn't just my arm, it was everything around it. And so that's why I wore this top on purpose, because it's a little bit of a cold shoulder, right? So you get the thicker strap here, but you still get to show a little bit. And the sleeve is a cap that covers this one little piece that I just am not in love with on my arm, right? So there's fun ways that you can work with your arms without covering, because I feel like sometimes the efforts we take to cover ruin the look, make you look heavier. And if nothing else, I remember when I would try and cover people, like, you look hot. And then they're just worried about you looking hot. And that's not the kind of hot. I mean, I want to look hot, but I don't want to look hot, right? So you don't want people going to be like, you look hot. Like, are you okay? And you're not okay because you are hot, so find a way to make peace with your arms. I think your session last week about shorts, you talked about over pieces quite a bit. And there were some great tips there about using scarves and different things. But I really think it's about just drawing the attention elsewhere too, like with jewelry or with a hairstyle or other accessories that are going to take it off of your arms. Nobody's looking at your arms as much as you think they are. And I've just learned to be cool with it. I did a whole photo shoot with my husband last week, and I had on a sleeveless dress, but I felt great because the straps were really thick and it was good support. And I had a great bra on to cover all that other stuff that tends to get in the way, which is not my arms, but it makes me feel like I'm all over the place. So I encourage every lady, no matter what your size, just make peace with your arms and stop being hot. Be hot, not
be hot. Be hot, not hot. Like,
yeah.
very hot. I love that you said that. Make peace with your arms. Okay, ladies, make peace with your arms. And the best thing you said right then, I mean, you said a lot of great things, was draw the attention to other places. So if you have a great hairstyle, or you know have a great red lipstick on, or bring the attention inward to the middle of the body with a necklace that's creating that V that LaToya talked about. Because when somebody looks at you, when the person from the outside looks at you, we always want to draw the attention up and towards the face. And so if you're wearing a high neck and it goes outward, or, you know, and you don't create the things that she talked about, bringing the eye to the center, then it's not going to be as pleasing to your figure and to even when someone looks at you. And the goal always is to bring the eye upward, always to see your beautiful face. And I love, love, love what you have on, LaToya. That is beautiful. And honestly, I was thinking as you were describing it, I thought people are going to want to know, like, where can I get a dress like that? I know that's a shirt that you have on, but oh my goodness, that is fantastic. And ladies, if you really, really, really do want to wear a, you know, like you're so nervous about wearing, you know, short sleeves or sleeveless, I'm talking about, then get a white t-shirt and put under your sleeveless. Do something fun with that. So get a little top. Also, there's a product called, I don't know if you know about this, LaToya, you probably do. It's called the Sleevey Wonder.
Yes.
You know about that?
Yes.
Okay. So the Sleevey Wonder is a very sheer arm that comes in black and white and maybe nude, I'm not sure. But you can put it underneath your sleeveless pieces, and it kind of, it's almost like Spanx for your arm. And it just sort of, you know, slims it down a little bit. But that might be it. Or a kimono or something just draped, like a scarf, like I talked about last week. But the best advice for all is make peace with your arms. Okay, so we've talked about the bust line. We've talked about the waist. We've talked about, well, the belly a little bit. We talked about arms. So now let's talk about the legs. All right. So, you know, when you went through my training, I taught you about the diamonds in your legs. And so, ladies, we talked about it last week on the shorts video, so you might want to, you know, go back and look at that. But typically, when you stand in front of the mirror and you have your heels together, and one's at 2 o'clock and one's at 10, your toes, and your heels are almost touching, okay? Not quite all the way, but almost. Typically, you're going to have a space in your legs, and then your legs may touch. Then there might be a little space open, then your legs touch, and then so on and so forth, all the way up. But sometimes when you are a curvier gal, and even not so, sometimes it's somebody, even if they have a thinner figure, this could be a case for them where they have thicker legs. But you don't have diamonds in your legs. So, LaToya, let's talk about that. So let's talk to the person who doesn't like her legs, but she's afraid to wear dresses because her legs, she doesn't think her legs are pretty. They're maybe a fuller leg, and let's help her out.
Yes. So I definitely have personal experience with that, and then also just experience with my clients in terms of the ones who don't have diamonds. And I'm somebody who does not have diamonds anywhere but like towards my ankles. So it definitely is about making sure that it's hitting that little curvy spot on the outside of your knee. So that's a very flattering spot. And then avoiding the dress hitting at the fullest part of your calf, because that's just going to be like a ruler going across your calf. So either a little bit above or a little bit below that really full part in your calf. Makes a really flattering look. For ladies who have like, some have like scars or different kinds of discoloration in their legs. And so for them, I recommend a mixture of CC cream and a toning lotion, mix it together, and then wipe it on your legs. I do this all the time and it doesn't come off. So, because I don't need tanning lotion, but I can use the CC cream in my skin tone to help smooth out the look. So it looks like I have pantyhose on and takes away all the blemishes and discoloration, but still looks natural. And again, it doesn't rub off. So if you're really conscious about your legs and it's like discolored or anything, that's a tip that I give. And again, if someone does have diamonds, or they have a fuller middle and they have the nicer legs, that's when I have more challenges trying to get them to wear shorter things because they want to wear the longer things. And so, so it goes the other way too, where it's like if they have a diamond because they have the fuller, they're more of that apple-y kind of shape, and they have the really small legs, then those ladies, I tend to go, okay, can we bring it up a little bit? Can we bring it up a little bit? Because they typically want to wear the maxi because they have a full middle, so they think they got to cover their legs too. So that's where, again, just recognizing that part of you that you want to enhance and the other parts that you want to minimize, but it doesn't mean you have to minimize everything. And don't think that minimize means cover. So, because that's where people go, they get minimized, or, you know, minimize the appearance and cover kind of convoluted. So I love how you always talk about enhancing our best features and drawing the eye up, and it's just being very strategic with that approach. So yeah, for my ladies without diamonds, so it's just about watch that length, find a flattering spot other than that full part of your calf. And if you're wearing things that are at your thigh level, we have another conversation to have, because you probably have fuller thighs, and that's, again, just making your thighs look wider. So if you're wearing it way above your knee. So
okay, so I love the little dress that you wore that was short, but you had leggings under it.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
That is my way, because that's pretty much my summer outfit formula, is like a little capri legging, and it has a little lace inset. So it gives it a little bit of fun, and it's also breathable, and, you know, a little cami underneath, because it's a really deep V in that particular dress, and I didn't want to pin it, you know, so I just you know, put a cami underneath. But that one I love because it gives you flexibility to wear shorter things but not feel like you have to have your legs all out there. So and again, they hit it a flattering length. I didn't do a full length because that would look uncomfortable and be hot. So just being able to keep it at a nice length at that one spot in your leg. And yeah, that's when I put that one on, I'm like, oh, this is my favorite one.
Oh, it's so cute. So where do you get those leggings? Because that looked kind of like, that's not super heavy, right?
No, they're just regular leggings. Lane Bryant had them. I don't know if they still do. They had them in navy blue and black the last time I looked, but they were also running out of them. So I got them last year, but they brought them back this year. But Torrid also has cute leggings, like capri-length leggings and some fun patterns. And again, if you're somebody who's smaller on the bottom, a patterned legging isn't bad either, you know, so you can do something really fun with that. So that's where Torrid, Lane Bryant tend to have cute, fun, and they may have a different style. I mean, they have other styles besides the lace. I mean, they have other capris and fun cuts and like sheer pieces of sheer fabric that go through them, or different things.
That's fantastic. Okay, so we're going to talk about each of the 4 dresses. So let me just walk me through the maxi dress. I was just trying to pull it up here so I could take a look, and we're going to show it on the screen as well. So let's talk about that maxi dress. First of all, the color was beautiful. It's so sunny and pretty, but tell me why that dress works for you.
That dress works for me because of the V-neck. It works for me because of the waistline where it hits. It's thicker. And then I also love the little split. So it gives it a little sass, so it doesn't look just like one big tent, you know. And in the back, it actually has an open V in the back. But, you know, so it just gives you a little airy feel, even though it is a longer length. And I love the solids. I tend to do a little more monochromatic looks because I like to wear big jewelry. So it lends itself to a lot of flexibility, and you can either dress it way up, or I've worn that same dress with, like, you know, a little jacket and some flat sandals, and been just fine too. So that dress just, that's my second one of that dress, because I had it and I loved it, and I you know, it got worse for the wear, so I got another one.
It's beautiful. Well, and that color is gorgeous. And
Thank
you're
you.
a deep color code. Are you a deep? Yeah, you're a deep color code. And so in my color system, a deep has dark hair, dark eyes, at least 2 out of 3, and your skin tone's medium. You're not real fair, and you're also not deep, but the 2 out of 3 make you in the deep color code. So that color is fabulous on you. Okay, let's talk about the dress that hit at the knee. Let's talk about that next.
The stripy one?
That was the striped one.
Yeah. So I love that dress too. It's so fun. And I just love that it's stripes. I tend to have an affinity for stripes. I noticed in my closet. It's like, oh, you like stripes and you like black and white. But then I liked that it had a little pop of color, the burgundy, which is again in my color palette. And the sleeve is one where it's still pretty flattering in terms of being able to have a little bit of an angle to it. It's kind of like this sleeve. So again, it lets my arm breathe, but it gives me a little coverage on the front giblets there. And just being able to, that's another one. I've worn it to like a semi-formal with bling. Like I've blinged it up. I did a little more of a calm, just gray with it, like a dark charcoal gray with it for the video. But you can also dress that one up and down. And I love it because I can wear it to work or I can wear it out and about. So
awesome. Yeah. All right, so let's move on to the midi. We're working our way down. Well, no, we're working our way. Oh, I started the other way. I should have gone to this one first. Okay, let's talk about the midi. We're out of order, but that's okay. Let's talk about the midi. I was trying to do like maxi, midi.
Oh, yeah.
But I worked my way wrong. So talk to me about the midi. I love that. Is that like a handkerchief hem?
No, it's straight, but what it is it's 2 layers of really sheer fabric. So it's like got a little white slip under it, but the slip also has the splits in the front. So it's got 2 splits in the front. It's just really floaty and airy and fun to wear. That's another one that it's really easy to dress because it's just throw it on, and it's got turquoise tassel, like it ties right here and it's got little tassel. So it's super cute. And with that one, just a really big poppin' turquoise earring and some other jewelry to sass it up. But that one I just love because you just throw it on your instant glam, and it's so pretty and fun.
And then the last one, which is your favorite, over the leggings. Just walk us through that one.
Yep. So that is the one dress, and that was a bargain. I got that for like $8, and I loved it because of the color. That's one of my signature colors. So I love that I could again take something solid and then do a fun thing with the belt. And you could not wear the belt if you didn't want to, but I really liked it with the belt because it became like a fun date night outfit. So actually, I'm going to show you my shoe. So this is the shoe I had on. So I have a big foot, so this fit in the screen. But this is the shoe I had on, but it can easily go with like a sneaker. So that's where I was deciding on, did I want to do it casual or, so I did it more dressy. And then like I have like this kind of metallic-y sneaker that it could also be something like that. But that's why I love it, because you can kind of dress it up, dress it down, depending on where you're going, what you're doing. So I was ready to go out and hang out, but it was time for bed by the time we got done.
Thank you for doing that for us.
No, it's so fun.
And I love that you addressed the fact that you could wear a cute shoe or a tennis shoe, because sneakers are really kind of an in thing. And so ladies, don't be afraid to wear them with your dresses, even if you throw on a little denim jacket over your dress, if it's still a little cool out, but a little sweater, it's great. And then the final thing I want to talk about are accessories. And you have alluded to those throughout, but they're important, right?
So important, because if I think about your point system and getting to like that 14 to 16 point range, it's actually a little bit tougher in a dress because you don't have pieces. You have one piece and you've got to make it count, right? So you may get the color value, like if you have something with a print, but then like I tried to do at least 14 points in all of them. I don't know if I made it, but I tried, but it made me think very creatively, because if you've got this navy, like for the maxi, a navy blue just canvas, what are you going to do with that to make it stand out so that you can really get there? So hair, like we said earlier, just having a rockin' hairstyle, doing some makeup, and if you're worried about your makeup falling off your face, there's wonderful finishing sprays and oil mattifiers and things to help you keep your face on all day long and not feel cakey. So, do something with your face, wear your earrings, wear your necklaces. I love necklaces like this one. I tend to like a lot of bling, but shiny things. So I like necklaces like this because this actually can be its own necklace, this shiny part. So if I wanted to do something a little bit lighter but still have some presence, I could do that if I didn't want to wear all of this. And then this also can be worn long or short. So I try and take, like, this is something I wear a lot in the winter time, but to make it a more summery one, then I can just take this one piece off of it and wear it by itself, you know. But just being able to have, oh, the other thing I thought of to get enough points, where did it go? So rings are important. So with the blue dress, I had this on.
Oh, I love that.
So just things to make it interesting, because you don't have a lot of places to get your points. If you're wearing open-toed shoes, make sure your toes are done, you know. And I think it's also good to wear an open-toe shoe with different dresses, especially the longer ones, because it does give a more of an airy, summery feel than trying to be covered up all the way, head to toe. You know, fun earrings. Oh, here's another fun ring. So, you see that?
Oh, cute. That's
so I almost
beautiful.
wore this one with the last dress, the short dress, but I had silver on, so I didn't. Oh, and this is another way to, like, because I figured rings are a great way to get points. So like I have little baby rings like this. So, you know, and then of course your nails, keep them nice. I mean, right now I haven't been able to have nail appointments, but at least clean and nicely groomed, you know. But
Right.
those are things that really count when you have, you know, when you're working with a dress and trying to get to that 14 to 16 range and feel put together. And it does make a difference. Even when I love how you said the t-shirt underneath the maxi dress, because I do that too. Like I have one that has thinner straps and I'll wear the t-shirt underneath. But even throwing the t-shirt with the maxi dress, you know, I may want to throw on a flip flop, but could it be a cute flip flop? You know,
That's right.
not the gym shower flip flops, you know, like some nice flip flops. You know,
That's
hair
exactly.
accessories, that's another fun thing, like barrettes and like headbands and things, but
Uh-huh.
just different ways to take something very simple and plain and make it stand out as something that you would love to wear and be seen in.
Oh, you gave such great ideas. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so where can my audience find you?
Yes, so brilliantchic.com, so the word brilliant and then chic, CHIC, so brilliantchic.com, and that's my website. It's a site makeover. Yeah, at the time of this recording, it might say site makeover, but it'll have a link to my Facebook group, which we talk about image, influence, and impact, and how to go from being the best kept secret to a brilliant authority. And so that's there, so you can join my group. And then also, if you just want to get in touch with me, there's a way to email me there too.
Oh, that's wonderful. Thank you so much for taking time to do this. We're having so much fun on our summer series, getting to meet people. And last week we had Kim Nowlin with shorts, and she was also a graduate of our Christian Image Consultant Academy. And now you, and then next week we have Tammy, and we're going to talk about cancer and beauty and how that all relates. So,
Wow.
LaToya, thank you. Really,
Thank
it
you.
was an honor to have you, and I'm grateful that you took the time. And I know my audience loved you too. So until next time.
Thank you so much. Bye, everybody.
Bye. If you are not subscribed to my channel, I hope that you will be, and look back for us next week. Hey, leave a comment. Do you wear dresses? Do you love dresses? Do you have any dresses? What is your favorite? What was your favorite look of LaToya's? Let us know below, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.